Myths, we've all heard them. They're those intriguing stories often passed down through generations that try to explain the world around us. Some myths are fun, like tales of Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster. But others, well, they stick around even though science has long since debunked them. Why do we cling to these misconceptions? Sometimes it's simply because we've always been told something is true. Other times it's easier to believe a simple explanation than to delve into the complex reality. But here's the thing about science, it's all about asking questions, testing assumptions, and uncovering the truth, no matter how surprising it might be. So get ready to put on your thinking caps and join me, your friendly science guy, as we embark on a myth-busting adventure. We'll tackle some of the most persistent misconceptions out there, using the power of science to separate fact from fiction. Get ready to be amazed by what you learn. Let's start with a myth that's been around for ages. Bar soap is covered in germs. It seems logical, right? You use soap to wash away dirt and germs, so surely the soap itself must be teeming with these microscopic critters. Well, hold on to your shower caps, because the truth is a bit more slippery. Bar soap doesn't actually kill germs directly. Instead, it traps them in a slick film that gets rinsed away with water. Think of it like this. Soap molecules are like tiny magnets that attract and surround germs, making it easier to wash them down the drain. Now, it's true that bacteria, dead skin cells, and other grime can hang out on a bar of soap, especially if it's kept in a damp environment. But that doesn't mean you need to ditch your trusty bar for a pump of antibacterial gel just yet. Rinsing your soap before and after each use helps remove any lingering particles. And letting it dry completely between uses prevents bacteria from multiplying. So go ahead and lather up with confidence. Raise your hand if you've ever been warned that shaving will make your hair grow back thicker. It's a common belief, especially among teenagers experiencing the joys of first-time shaving. But is there any truth to this hairy situation? The answer, my friends, is a resounding no. Shaving does not magically transform your hair follicles into superproducers of thick, luscious strands. Here's why. When you shave, you're only cutting off the hair shaft at the surface of the skin. The hair root, which determines the thickness and color of your hair, remains untouched below the surface. So why does hair sometimes appear thicker after shaving? It's all an illusion. When you shave, you create a blunt tip on the hair shaft. Since hair naturally tapers at the end, this blunt cut can make the hair feel stubbly and appear thicker, especially as it grows out. Rest assured though, your hair is not actually any thicker than it was before you shaved. Section 4, Tongue Twister. Debunking the taste bud map myth. Remember that colourful diagram from elementary school, the one that divided your tongue into neat little sections for sweet, sour, salty and bitter tastes? It turns out that taste map was about as accurate as a map drawn by a pigeon. The truth is far more delicious. Your entire tongue is capable of detecting all 5 basic tastes. Yes, 5, we'll get to that in a minute. While some areas might be slightly more sensitive to certain tastes, the difference is minimal. So how did this misconception take root? Blame it on a mistranslation. Back in the early 1900s, a German scientist published a paper about taste perception. His work was misinterpreted, leading to the creation of the taste map myth. And what about that 5th taste we mentioned? It's called umami, and it's a savory, brothy flavor found in foods like mushrooms, tomatoes, and cheese. So go ahead and explore the world of flavor with your whole tongue. Every bite is a delicious adventure. Section 5. Warts and all separating fact from fiction. Have you ever been warned about getting warts from touching toads or frogs? It's a classic childhood fear, but rest assured those bumpy amphibians are not the culprits behind those pesky skin growths. Warts, those small, rough bumps that can appear on your hands, feet or other body parts, are actually caused by a virus, and not just any virus, mind you. Warts are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. That's right, humans get warts from other humans, not from hopping around in the garden. HPV is spread through direct contact, so you might pick it up from shaking hands, sharing towels, or even touching a surface that an infected person has touched. Now, before you swear off all human contact, remember that HPV is incredibly common, and most people will experience a wart at some point in their lives. While warts are generally harmless, they can be contagious and a bit unsightly. So practice good hygiene, wash your hands frequently, and don't be afraid to hop to the doctor if you have any concerns about warts.